Good day, everybody. This is Yin Yang, astronomically late, and we are on Morsels of a Thought number 1786. 1786. Somehow that seems like a big number for me, but I don't remember what it's about. We are reading George J. Chanos, A Millennial Samurai, Book 1, A Mindset for the 21st Century. Today's chapter 95, is called Speed. I was laughing hysterically because I certainly didn't reach us in that time of speed. My normal show time is 6:10 a.m. It is currently, what time is it now here? I can't see. I can't see. It's probably more like I'm 11 hours late. So, speed. Here we are. Says George J. Chanos, without further ado, speed has always been an asset. In ancient times, it may have allowed you to run from a wild animal or warn your village of an impending attack. We are reading Morsels of a Thought of Wisdom. The wisdom helps you to know the right things to do. When you do them, you create virtue. We're bringing more virtue into the world with morsels of a thought every day. Ordinarily, I come in the morning. Tonight, I came in the evening because somehow I lost track of time and a lot has happened. There's so much going on in the background. It's crazy here. But I won't bother you with the details. What is the time right now? Let me take a look. Okay. I'm going to press start. Okay. Today, it may allow you to build, grow, or save your business speed. Time is money, yet few employees seem to grasp this concept intuitively. We see the absence of a sense of urgency in virtually every workspace. How often have you been on a lunch break concerned that you have limited time? You go to a quote, quick service, end quote, restaurant to save time. Unfortunately, the service is anything but quick. As you're standing in a long line waiting to order, you notice that the cashier is moving with glacial speed. Even worse, there are two registers, but the manager is socializing with one of the other workers rather than opening the second register. No one working at this quote, quick service, end quote, restaurant is quick, and you're not getting the service you need. Glacial speed. I thought I misinterpreted that to mean galactic speed, but glacial speed is something very, very, very slow. Very, very slow. It happens all too often in stores, at the bank, in movie theaters, everywhere. People lack a sense of urgency. They're often slow, sometimes irritatingly slow. There is no excuse for it. It results from inadequate training on the part of management and a lack of commitment on the part of employees. You have to train your employees why speed matters. The absence of a sense of urgency is bad for business. Companies lose customers because of it, and people lose jobs when companies lose customers. People want and have a right to expect service from a service business. If they are not getting that service within a reasonable amount of time, they will leave and take their business elsewhere. Slow employees cost their employers more in time and money while providing less value than fast employees. They accomplish less and they irritate customers. This can result in lost business, fewer jobs, and even store closures. Not only can it cost you your job, it can cost everyone you work with their jobs if the business fails. Don't waste your time and don't waste other people's time. Train yourself to move quickly without making mistakes. Make moving quickly a priority. Work on improving your speed the same way you would work on improving any other skill. Practice. If you have employees, share this information with them. Copy this page and the next chapter on time, quote, end quote, and hand the copies to every employee. It will help your business be more profitable and help your employees guarantee their own job security. Better yet, get them their own copy of Millennial Samurai. The more informed and empowered your employees are, the more they can help to grow your business. Chapter 96, Time. Thomas A. Edison, American inventor and businessman, said, "Time is really the only capital that any human being has and the only thing he can't afford to lose." Time. Time is the most important asset you will ever have. It is the most precious resource that anyone will ever have. With time, anything is possible. Eventually, advances in technology and learning will allow us to extend life, perhaps indefinitely. See longevity, escape velocity. The more time you have, the greater your ability to access and leverage opportunities, some that we can't even yet imagine. Respect your time and the time of others. In our busy culture, it's easy to lose sight of the benefits of, quote, free time, end quote, time to relax and unwind. Not every moment of your day can or should be managed. Doing things that you enjoy is not wasted time. Enjoy your time off and be mindful of those moments in order to get the most out of your time devoted to them. When someone gives you their time, understand that they are giving you a gift. Cherish that gift and show gratitude when receiving it. We are reading from George J. Chanos, Millennial Samurai, Book 1, A Mindset for the 21st Century. When someone gives you their time, understand that they are giving you a gift. Cherish that gift and show gratitude when receiving it. Quote, "A man who dares to waste 1 hour of life has not discovered the value of life." That's by Charles Darwin, English naturalist, geologist, and biologist. Procrastination, which should be avoided, is essentially a misuse of time. I can tell you personally that from studying Latin in the past, I have understood that procrastineo is cross means tomorrow, tineo means I hold in my hand. I hold in my hand until tomorrow. I hold in my hand for tomorrow. Procrastineo. Procrastination means to hold until tomorrow for no reason. Instagram founder Kevin Systrom, Systrom, who believes that we can overcome our tendency to procrastinate by bargaining with ourselves, says, "If you don't want to do something, make a deal with yourself to do at least 5 minutes of it. After 5 minutes, you'll end up doing the whole thing." We postpone tasks that we don't feel good about doing. But once engaged in doing them, we're more likely to develop positive feelings about getting them done, which leads to task completion. I've had music teachers, say that for your instrument to practice every day, what you do is you just touch the instrument, stroke the instrument once every day. All you have to do is touch the instrument and you wind up picking it up to play. So, in my case, it would have been the violin or the piano. We postpone tasks that we don't feel good about doing, but once engaged in doing them, we're more likely to develop positive feelings about getting them done, which leads to task completion. Punctuality is a recognition of the value of time. Being punctual shows that you respect the time of others. Being late suggests a lack of respect for the time of others. Being late can also have adverse consequences. It can result in canceled meetings, withdrawals of offers, and missed opportunities. People are generally late for one of two reasons. Either they miscalculated the amount of time required to be punctual, or they failed to make being on time a priority. Avoid both of these mistakes. Always make being on time a priority. Always allow yourself more than sufficient time to be punctual. Use your time wisely and always try to be on time. Chapter 97, the 80-20 Rule. The Pareto Principle, P-R-A-E-T-O, Pareto Principle, also known as the 80-20 Rule, is a very simple yet important concept. It's named after the Italian economist Vilfredo Pareto, who discovered that 80% of the land in Italy was owned by 20% of the people. What's important about the principle is that it occurs extremely frequently. Here are some examples. Source and results. 20% of criminals commit 80% of crimes. 20% of drivers cause 80% of all traffic accidents. 20% of factories cause 80% of all pollution. 20% of a company's products represent 80% of sales. 20% of employees are responsible for 80% of the results. 20% of students have grades 80% or higher. Source and results. Wow. If you look, you'll find that about 80% of your business comes from approximately 20% of your customers. Even more importantly, if you look closely at that 20%, it may be that the top 20% of that 20%, or the top 4% overall, may represent 64% of your sales, calculated as 80% times 80%. 20% of your time likely accounts for 80% of your results. Focus on ways to leverage this information in order to grow your business and use your most precious resource, your time, most effectively. Wow. Declutter. A study at Princeton University found that clutter decreases our ability to focus. Clutter causes us to pay attention to our stuff rather than our goals. This leads to distraction and delayed response time. Decluttering can reduce stress and anxiety and increase our ability to focus on the tasks at hand. Researchers at UCLA's Center on Everyday Lives and Families, CELF, found that cluttered homes create stress. Minimalists restrict themselves to only those items that are essential to their lives. They strive to be free from attachment to material possessions and find joy from their experiences and relationships rather than their possessions. The benefits of decluttering can be profound. It can not only lower your stress and anxiety, it can shift your focus from the unimportant material possessions to the important relationships and experiences. Start by getting rid of unnecessary stuff like old toiletries, duplicate cooking utensils, extra coffee mugs, old spices that you never use, expired food in the pantry, worn out sheets and bedding, clothes that you haven't worn in the past year, old toys, magazines, and instruction manuals. Then decide how streamlined you want to get. Check out this post on Medium from my friend Jeff Jonas, Jonas. Over a 45-day period, this is a quote, over a 45-day period, I got rid of almost everything I owned. I'm now a nomadic CEO running my company from wherever I need or want to be. What he's done is amazing. Jeff was chief scientist of the IBM Entity Analysis Group and an IBM Distinguished Engineer, capital E, D, capital E. He's also a serial entrepreneur. He's a brilliant scientist, businessman, and legendary triathlete who has now gone completely nomadic. He's an inspiration who is living his life to its full potential, and he's doing it as a minimalist. How cool is that? We are reading A Mindset for the 21st Century, Book 1, Millennial Samurai by George J. Chanos. Be organized and prepared. It takes as much energy to wish as it does to plan. That's by Eleanor Roosevelt, former First Lady of the United States. Keep track of your essential tools. Your wallet, purse, keys, and cell phone are essential tools, and you should know where they are at all times. I'm one person who needs to learn how to keep one of those things in sight all the time. One of them always gets away from me. Our phones are our primary means of communication and will soon replace our wallets and our keys. These items carry a unique significance because of their special utility. They're not the equivalent of your sunglasses or your low fat mocha. Recognize their essential utility and treat them accordingly. One of my professors at the University of San Diego School of Law told us always remember the 3 P's: preparation, preparation, and preparation. I always did, and I always tried to be more prepared than anyone I ever interacted with, whether in a business deal or in a courtroom. Roger Fisher was a professor at Harvard Law School for more than 4 decades, a pioneer in the field of international law and negotiation, and the co-founder of the Harvard Negotiation Project. I've even heard of that. When I participated in the Harvard Negotiation Project in 1995 and 1996, one of the many important things he taught us was this. Quote, you can spend 1 hour preparing for a negotiation and 9 hours negotiating, or you can spend 9 hours preparing and 1 hour negotiating. Organization and preparation are both keys to success. As the Boy Scouts of America say, be prepared. Girl Scouts say that too. I recall being a Girl Scout. Chapter 100, Cool Apps. The best apps add value to your life. Some can save you time and money. Here are some you may want to consider. Signal allows you to place calls and send texts with end-to-end encryption over Wi-Fi or your data connection. You can also make your chat history disappear. Mobile Passport. You can use this app to scan your passport and create a QR code you can present to United States Customs. It's a government-approved backup that anyone who travels internationally should have. Wolfram Alpha, WOLFRAM Alpha. This app crawls thousands of domains and uses its complex algorithm to compute data and answer your questions all in seconds. It answers things Siri and Google don't. Phone Track, FONETRAC. This app allows you to check in with your contacts or send a panic alert with the touch of a button. Bear, BEAR. This is a note-taking app. It has a variety of tools offering lots of flexibility, including easy export. We used to have something called Black Lightning Notes at UC Berkeley, and it would be where professional note takers would go in and take notes of each lecture, and then they would create Black Lightning Notes. It would be very interesting. Anyway, Haven, Haven. This is a cool surveillance app. Install this app on a cheap Android phone and leave it in your hotel room. It acts as a digital spy. It uses the phone's camera, mic, and other sensors to detect motion and sound. It then sends photos of and audio of any activity to the phone you have with you. Google Translate. This app allows you to point your phone camera at a street sign or a menu and obtain an instant translation. Overcast. This app allows you to listen to podcasts with a smart speed feature that omits pauses so that you can save time. Waking Up Guided Meditation. This guided meditation app by Sam Harris leads you through simple, easy to follow meditation exercises. Robo Killer. This app allows you to block 90% of spam calls. Skip Lagged, Skiplagged. This app searches a little known area of bookings called hidden city flights. Essentially, these are flights that can be booked more inexpensively than normal flights because they occur as layovers to other destinations. PixArt Animator. This is a creative app that lets you make short, shareable photos, animations, and GIFs with the ability to record voiceovers on your mobile device. City Mapper. If you live in or are traveling to one of the cities that City Mapper covers, New York, San Francisco, Toronto, Seoul, Tokyo, Sao Paulo, Moscow, etc., it'll give you the fastest, most comprehensive list of options for public transportation. Otter Voice Notes, OTTER. This creates smart notes, quote unquote. It records live conversations, transcribes them, and can even differentiate between voices for more organization and accuracy. 10-minute mail. Set up a temporary email address to receive discount code emails, and the address will self-destruct after 10 minutes. Fax Zero, Faxzero. If you need to send a fax, use this site to upload documents straight from your computer and send them within the United States and Canada for free. What the font? W-A-T, excuse me, all one word, WHATTHEFONT. Find the name of the font used in a particular image. Scrim, scr.im, converts your email address into a short custom URL you can share on public sites without getting picked up by spam bots and email harvesters. Think Dirty. This lets you scan a household item, beauty, or cleaning product, and the app rates it on a scale of 1 to 10 as being harmless or very toxic. Gabsee, Gabsee. This lets you create a real-life 3D avatar of yourself reading the paper, partying, working out, or having a drink. So, next week we will do morning and evening routines. This has been George J. Chanos's Millennial Samurai, a Mindset for the 21st Century, Book 1. We shall talk to you again later. Take care. I hope you've had a great day, and I'll hope to inspire you early tomorrow morning. Okay? Old Kinderhook.